Yo, so check this scene. Right now, I think we have to have this conversation in true and in fact and indeed. Right now, there's a very big difference, and not even in the same room or in the same state, that professionalism and respect are on the same page, same book, or even same room as vocational compensation. What I'm trying to say is, if you're in a public appointed position, you can disrespect anybody because you're getting a certain amount of salary. Tell me if I'm lying. So, in regards to what transpired recently here now, the officers who did not take the report in regards to raping a young man and the MP that knows he's guilty of it and trying to save face right now, I'm adamant and quite upset that the PSB and the PCA don't ever fire these officers. Are standing 10 toes down on this shit. That's all they're fucking doing. This is Trinidad and Tobago. And you all constantly getting ridiculously high salaries. And nothing is being done about the administration or the negligence that's going on in Trinidad and Tobago right now. Nothing is being done. All you do want to charge people because they're your friends, no problem. No problem at all. But you see the innocence of a child? Tell me how much violations has been done in Trinidad and Tobago thus far for the past year. And then, why I have to highlight things? And we have certain people called investigators working in the police service. Why does people getting overweight until they could hardly come out of the Nissan notes and then nobody getting arrested? All you think I don't know what I'm talking about it. Mr. Smith, you're being a condescending jackass, to say the least. You're putting on your nice suits and arresting people who protesting. Why are you not arresting fucking officers? I didn't stutter. Furthermore, we're having a severe problem. What is the purpose of the PSB if people like Suzette Martin still have a job? What is the purpose of the PCA if people who get their children murdered by extrajudicial killings still have to be begging for service to go on? What is really going on? You need to understand something, Trinidad and Tobago. The type of lawless dump that we're living in. Don't you understand who makes it a lawless dump? Right. It's very interesting. Very, very interesting. The people who call names are the people who never take in accountability for their actions. Understand what I'm saying? So what's interesting is that individuals who doing wrong does usually have aristocrats supporting them. And the aristocrats that somehow pay everybody off to cover up situations that are going on in our country. You know what really disturbing? Plenty members of the judicial system of Trinidad and Tobago has highlighted the point exactly what I spoke about in the starting of this video. The disrespect that they give to the general public because they get a certain salary is showing blatantly. And furthermore, if you don't think I'm right in what I'm saying, how could it be that 7 corrupt police officers get off from a magistrate who used to be in the Sandy Grande district, who happens to be adjudicating a case dealing with members from Sandy Grande police station with extortion in that area? Yeah, sit down and study what I just said. And she still isn't suspended. But they gave her another location to work out of the country and try to calm it over because I highlighted that in my video. Master Sarah de Silva, yes, is the jackass in question I'm referring to. Now, what I also realizing, when you highlight certain officers, then they relocate them because they realize the public talking about it too much. They don't fire them. This is what makes you get upset with legal entities in Trinidad and Tobago and somehow trying to pretend that everything is okay. Do you remember when a certain man called Christmas List came to Trinidad and Tobago and he made the police service look bad? Remember the trumped up charges that a one Rasta man who likes smoking marijuana and has always vomit down himself when he go in people places was a certain member of national security or the Minister of National Security at the point in time? You all remember that? Yeah. Do you all also remember the lawyer triplicating his fees because he realized it's a high profile case? I prove my point easily from all the actions that these people doing. It's not no ifs, ands, buts, or maybes. And I know I'm not definitely crazy. So check what's going on. I had to break off the video and start afresh because somebody cutting grass close proximity. So what's happening right now also? Like, let me highlight this to you guys. What do you think happens to a child who was abused coming up? Do you think that they're okay from what transpiring? Just like a child who has to come up as being the mother for her siblings. What do you think that does to that type of child? Yeah. It takes away their innocence. Other than that also, it shows them the art of responsibility in two different aspects in those respects, figuratively and respectively. So with that being said, I could tell you all a story about a man from the East. They eventually came to call him the father that doesn't smile anymore. His daughter was murdered and she was raped and she was dumped in Kleber Woods. Yeah. You see, Devo, one of the nicest people you'll meet. So when somebody loses their eyeball, how do you expect them to think? How you expect them to move? How you expect them to act? Then other than that also, later on in his life, his stepson murdered him because he didn't want to let him be wagon. That's a hell of an existence, isn't it? So whenever you violate a young man, and because you work in a certain political party, why it is this party constantly have something to do with homosexuality, lesbianism, fraud, always cronyism, nepotism? What type of demons that call themselves human beings and leaders really thinking about birth? Why it is independent people, not reporters, as in content creators, have to highlight the wrongs that are going on in the country and then get victimized? This is fucking bullshit. Real talk. I don't watch people as ethnicity. So you see this horseshit of trying to make a company have its downfall because you want to make your friend, and as you say behind closed doors, an Indian-owned company have the water contracts. You are a piece of shit. You're not a fucking leader. I telling you straight up. What is going on right now? People need to understand something. From the time you have cash in your hand, that doesn't give you respect in anybody's minds. And people definitely losing that. You see, furthermore, from the time you start to call people monkeys and you could pay assholes like Dale to fuck up somebody's, or let me say, try to fuck up or mess up somebody's character in public, Mr. Israel Khan, you're an asshole. Mr. Dale Rambaran, you're a bigger asshole. Mr. Anand Tulsi, you're a racist motherfucking asshole that went elbow blue. These are the individuals who highlight themselves in our public. And recently now, what's his name? It's Troy Muhammad. Yeah, boy. Trust me, there's about 20 people that want to kill you. You like to call people nigger? This is the level of stupid people are in Trinidad and Tobago right now. And I'm very proud of Guyana for many reasons right now. Did you see how they stood on business when the young lady was missing? Yeah, they mashed up the hotel, didn't they? Furthermore, did you all not see St. Kitts and Nevis? I'm fucking very proud of you all also. You don't bring a racist murderer and plot pushing asshole to your country who's addicted to cocaine and marijuana to be a head speaker in a political rally. You have to be a special kind of asshole to do that. So when they changed the feature speaker, I was very proud of him. Most people say I'm the best investigator in the Caribbean, and I heed it not at all in any format because I'm not egotistical. But having wisdom through experience is a hell of a thing. And you see, being a parent is another thing. So how could you rape a young man? How could you molest somebody? And you have 2 sons and you begging for favoritism now after you did it, when you paid off police officers to cover up the situation. Make it make sense. In no format is this okay. In no format. It doesn't matter what race you are, what religion you are. You're a fucking Trinidadian and supposed to be a parent. So you see this type of bullshit that's going on in our country right now? Put a fucking end to it. Because check this. When Satchel was murdered, did you all see how his father cried in the political meeting? Clearly, that's not important to anybody at all. But you know what's important? When people could get money from you. When people could make themselves look good. When people could drive a nice car. When people could fucking victimize you, who in the service, who's supposed to be protecting you. These things are fucking important. I'm telling you now, Trinidad and Tobago, there are some members of the judiciary. Information and knowledge of certain things transpiring is going on. Yet still not firing anybody or dealing with the situation in any fucking way. How are you supposed to feel about that? It's real interesting what's going on right now. The stupidity that's going on in this country, it's constant. It remains constant. And from that type of stupidity happening, this is the type of shit that you want to continue going on in our country. If we don't stand together, this will continue happening. Bending over an acceptance of freaking hard steel from what they're doing to us. Nah, I hate that with a passion. Have you all realized how Jamaica moves? Have you guys realized how Mexico moves? When wrong is being done, you're not supposed to be tolerating and saying, oh gosh, oh, let be quiet. That's some pussy behavior. And who we have as who do we have as our real Prime Minister in Trinidad and Tobago right now? Not a man who thinks that he had a pussy. You all open all your eyes. Start studying who disrespecting the Bible and find homosexuality more important than anything else in the country right now. The amount of his friends and family members that got jobs and they're highlighting it right now. How do you all feel about TSCT on this lovely Saturday morning? There's so much things happening in the country right now. And anytime you start calling wrong right and right wrong, this is which part you have a serious problem going on. So right now, what's going on? They said it in the Bible and they come into pass all the time right now. Men's hearts will be waxing warm? No, it's very much cold. And other than that also, greed and vanity for men will be lovers of themselves in the last days. Tell me if none of the above is coming to pass for the past few months very well. It's very stupid what's going on. And you, as in the owners and a Trinidadian being, living in Trinidad and Tobago right now, whether you came from abroad, whether you came back home, whether you were outside, shows you what evil is being done unto our nation. As usual, Trinidad and Tobago, I love you guys. Deuces.